Some wine.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Wine Vault Radio with Jason Bryant from winevaulttv.com.
Indeed. Jason Bryant on Twitter. Jason-Bryant, that is. G'day there, Jason.
G'day, Wammo. I'm just going to hijack your show just 1 second. I want your listeners to say Facebook or Google. Who do you trust more?
Facebook or Google, who would you trust more? I can give you an answer for that.
Well, I know your answer, Wammo. Google.
I'd trust Google every time. Facebook, I just don't. There's something about the walled nature, the walled garden of Facebook, and the fact that they have their own rules that you have to play by. Mark Zuckerberg, don't trust him. Something about him, you know. You just trust Google more. Just get a feeling.
Snatching your data, mining it.
Oh, really? That was completely overblown. That story about them going around snatching Wi-Fi networks.
I mean, I do as I drive round with my phone.
Yeah,
it shows
exactly.
me
Anyone could do that
Yeah.
anytime. There's something about.
But I don't record it.
There's something about Zuckerberg.
Something about the evil empire.
Yeah.
But I was just saying to Wammo earlier that there are two new features, apart from Places that Paul mentioned earlier, on Facebook, like video live chat, which is quite big in itself for the average user, not for the Skype user and not for Wammo at all, that you can chat to your mates because they're all online anyway. And also the e-commerce plugin that you can now do where they don't take any commission at all from it, nor do the plugin makers. The only people that make money are you and PayPal.
Okay.
And so I question the need for any retail store now to actually need, if they've got a community on Facebook already, and this is the critical part of the equation. If you've already got a community on Facebook of like 1,000, 10,000, 500,000, like some organisations have, millions, do you need a web page?
Well, it depends on what sort of site or what you're selling, because I mean, are Facebook going to be able to provide that whole online storefront kind of vibe, you know, where you can go and browse through various items, but in a visually pleasing and aesthetic kind of way?
You can custom create it.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it's big. It's big. And the Wine Vault in Grey Lynn, Richmond Road.
Yeah.
We're the first in the country to have this plugin operational.
Is it running right now?
Yeah.
So if you were to go to the Wine Vault page...
Yeah, if you go to www.facebook.com/the Wine Vault TV, and then go our shop or shop something, I can't remember what it is now. Yeah. You will see the plugin, and we've done Wine of the Week, so people can purchase that, and we're going to do those kind of 1 week specials through it. And so all of our community, providing that they reside in New Zealand, and this is where it kind of like has a massive advantage for global operations, that they can sell their product globally through it. You see it?
Goodness. So yeah, I am looking at it now. So you can browse by category of wine. How long did this take to set up?
That's it was a lot more tricky than I anticipated.
Was it integrating your current site and just putting some code on your current site that fed back to this?
The plugin is separate, and I've got to load in the product, but also you've got to link up to PayPal, which proved to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. But
so this is
in essence, it's very easy, and you can do it within less than 5 minutes.
And it's an agreement between Facebook and PayPal.
Facebook, PayPal, and the portal and conduit is payments.
Okay.
I mean, this is, for me, this is game changing because it allows you to purchase stuff from your community to purchase stuff directly whilst they're engaged with you on that page, and it's huge.
I agree with you in that there's a step between, say, talking about something on Facebook to then actually going to another website and actually making that purchase. So if it's all within Facebook, then it's a whole lot easier.
It's massive.
Yeah.
This is bigger
Impulse
than what
buying.
people think.
Yeah.
And I would expect to see a flurry of activity with people putting this widget into their Facebook page within the next couple of weeks. I think we'll see just masses of activity on Facebook, which then further fuels the Facebook fire and you get more and more people using Facebook.
Which can't necessarily be a good thing.
Not for you. But for a retailer and for someone who tries to run a community,
Yeah.
it's huge, and it's good.
I mean, on the show, I point people to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio Wammo.
So you're fueling it as well, Wammo.
But I want to make sure that it's just part of the mix of various ways of being part of a
Where else do you point
community.
them?
To the Twitter page, to the Kiwi FM page, to my own page.
Yep. 4 pages.
Yeah, or to call, to text. So I want to make sure that it's
I don't think we're going to lose those.
Yeah.
I think that it's a multidisciplinary kind of environment where you have all of these platforms that feed each other. I don't think that... I mean, Google Me, which is going to be their geolocation thing, Facebook Places. I'm not sure that people want an all-in-one platform. I think that people are quite happy with Foursquare and what you can do with Foursquare.
Yeah.
And so I think that because you can link it into Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah,
these services already do work together.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Twitter, Facebook, Foursquare, YouTube. They all feed into each other, and that's what's going to happen. It's all going to feed in
to the big, giant rolling
black hole.
ball. Yeah. Suck us all in. We're all going to disappear.
Sucked us all in. Anyway, enough of me babbling about that.
What have you bought in?
I've bought in a Pinot Noir because it's the white wine drinker's red wine. That's the way I would describe Pinot Noir. From Marlborough because I've got a real love affair with Marlborough. Despite what I say about it sometimes. I think it's one of the most exciting, diverse regions because of its microclimates. So I bought a Pinot Noir 09 Marlborough from St. Clair. Now, this is $20 at your store.
Okay.
And so...
It's good price for a Pinot.
It's good price for a Pinot. They do another one called Vicar's Choice, then they've got this, and then you've got the Pioneer Block, and then you've got the Wyrao Reserve.
Yeah.
Or the Reserve, I should say. And so they're 4-tiered wines. And they do a step up. There's a couple of bucks between this and the Vicar's Choice.
Yep.
So Vicar's Choice, then this at $20, and then Pioneer Block usually sits around 25, 27, and then Wyrao or the Reserve is kind of 30+.
And apart from price, what sets them apart?
The quality of fruit. They are quite discerning with the quality of fruit, and they kind of like grade it that way. And also they can identify, because they've got quite a lot of vineyards around the place, they can identify early enough that this fruit is of exceptional quality. Okay. And then they pretty much identify that fairly early on, and then treat that block with kind of cotton gloves, and then they work it back down that way. So it's a kind of a pyramid kind of way that they treat their wine. And do you know they've been around since 1978? So Neil and Judy Ibbotson, so they know their onions.
They certainly obviously would. Well, let's open this one up. See
now,
what we think.
I know it started getting lighter of an evening.
It is. And in the morning.
And in the morning. It certainly was this morning. So we're almost approaching spring, I feel.
It's almost there, eh?
No,
the daffodils are out.
The daffs are out. The lambs are out, which means we're going to have another downfall of snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor lammies.
Yeah, poor lambs. Oh. So I thought that this is really a spring, summer and autumn wine.
Bridges it, doesn't it?
It bridges it, yeah. And if you don't like red wine and you're a solely white wine drinker, this is going to get you onto red wine, this type of wine, Pinot Noir.
Lovely smell in the studio already.
It is. It's very, very fragrant.
It's very kind of plum-like on the colour.
Yep, plum. And also I get this kind of violet cherry plum mix on the nose.
It's a little bit...
it's tutti-frutti.
Kind of grassy. Something earthy in there as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Also like the smell of...
there's a bit of mint in there for me as well. The smell of brown
The
soil.
smell of burning twigs.
See, I don't get the burning twig.
No? Definitely some kind of, something that's sort of burny, sort of earthy burny.
Now, the wine that we had last week was really acidic.
Mm.
This has got a bit of warmth at the end, but it's quite full-fruited, but there's still enough acid there to hold it all together. It's good fruit.
A little bit peppery.
A bit of pepper, a bit of spice, a bit of clove.
Mm.
You get that kind of raspberry plum character on the palate, with a nice bit of acid, and no real oak or wood to speak of at the end at all. No.
It's really nice. What would you pair it with?
I would pair it right now with lamb, a good old kind of rack of lamb. Maybe a kind of a bit of salmon with a kind of caramelized kind of nature as well, because you get that kind of sweetness come through.
Yeah.
And this has got enough acid to cut through the fatty salmon that we have. And they would be my two dishes that I would pair it with.
Good-o. How many points?
88 points.
88 points for the
2009 St. Clair Pinot Noir.
$20. It's a bargain.
Yep, absolutely.
Go get some this weekend.
Yep.
Thanks very much, Jason.
My pleasure.
Twitter.com/Jason underscore Bryant.
Or on Facebook.
Facebook.com/WineVault
Vault TV.
Nice one. See you next time.